Hello, I am EchoSD or Spencer Dean. I own the Doug's Basement YouTube channel, and this is a bit of a unique video. It originated from a while back. A while back on the unofficial Doug Discord server, where you can go to. The link is in the description. There was a request from a chatter, or not a chatter, from a member of the server, where they asked the editors of the unofficial editors how we zoom in on a message. And what they're referring to is when Doug reads a message out loud and then zooms in on it. And as I was answering it, I thought it would be fun if I can showcase to you all exactly how I edit these VODs, so that way you can get a nice keen insight to how we work, or how at least one of us works. And maybe one day you can also implement these yourself. Right now, for this one, I'm simply going to focus on the chat message zoom in. And I took a little nugget from the 2D platformer roulette video from, the one I just uploaded. And this here is when he reads the following chat.
Would there be a VR version? I don't know, because it probably wouldn't be hard. Probably wouldn't be hard to port it to VR.
So with that there, I see a little moment where Doug says a chat message out loud. So what I do now is I look at the chat to see if the message he said out loud is in there. And what do you know it? There it is right there. So what I do now is I isolate the clip. I go to where the audio clip begins and ends. So that way I can edit this part of the video without tampering with the previously made progress and screwing that up, or altering the future made progress and screwing myself over on that one and doing a bunch of resets on the scale and such. What I do now is I hold Alt and drag the video file here, and that creates a secondary video clip. What I do now is very simple. I go to the very beginning to when he first mentions it, and then I click Add Frame Hold after I right click the video file. And after you do that, you'll get a frame hold segment, which is basically it's just a video clip, but it's holding onto one little frame. So it'll be like this.
Why would there be a VR version? I don't know, because it probably wouldn't be hard. Probably wouldn't be hard to.
So with that in mind, now we have a moment to where it's fixed. So now what I do is I look up the crop tool, and I grab the crop tool here. Then with the crop tool, I see the little message and I kind of scale it to here. I scale it. I basically make it so that the frame really only has the chat message. If you want to make it easier on yourself and I just want to focus on this frame, you can skip to a later part to where the frame itself already changes, so you can kind of see where the original frame is and where the video is currently at. So I crop it. And now we have the message cropped, but we need to zoom it out now. So what I do is I click on this and go to the motion on the effect tab here on the effect controls, and here you have position and scale. I click these stopwatches, which will allow me to edit this and give it an effect. Then what I do is I play for a little bit, like so.
Why would there be?
Get a little bit of the animation, maybe like go a bit here, and then I drag this out like so. I enlarge it a little bit, make it so that it is a zoomed in effect, and then you'll have this.
Why would there be a VR version? I don't.
And if you like it, you can sell with that. But if you want to make it quicker, you can zoom in and then drag those in a little bit closer. And then you'll get this.
Why would there be a VR version?
And that's up to your preference. As for the sound, I don't use the sound that Doug does. You could just use any sound. Like I use this. I use the War from the Halo aliens, from the Elites. So it comes out like this.
Why would there be a VR version? I don't know.
And that's how you do a zoomed in chat message. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I plan on doing more of these at some point if you guys like these. I kind of like doing it. I like explaining how I edit or how I work because it's kind of fun. I love doing it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, leave a comment saying you want more of it, and I'll see you guys in the future videos. Bye.